Hello there, how are you today? Well, tonight, is the premiere for Gray is the New Blonde, and we're having a big red carpet, and it's going to be super fun, and everyone is getting dressed up, and it just happens to be a Thursday, and I have so much stuff to do. So it is 9:15 in the morning, and the event is tonight, but because of its location and my location, I got a hard out at 2 p.m. I've got the vet coming to take a look at Colby and microchip sequel, and we put an offer on a house, but now it looks like there's foundation issues, so we don't know if we're going to back out of it. And let's get started, shall we? One of the things that I'm going to be doing today, I just thought I'd make a video and give you like snippets of my day and just show you a little bit what's going on, and then I think I'll make a separate video for doing my makeup and the red carpet, and then we're going to have to skedaddle out of there because Colby's timing on his insulin shots. We're all learning this right now. Anyway, remember the extensions that I got? And they were a little bit yellow still because of this sort of tape that is on it after I dyed them. I'm going to dip this back in the dye and make it a little bit more silver to style my hair. I'm going to clip it into my hair. I'm going to cut it off to the same length just to give me a little more fullness right here. Got to bring that yellow down a little bit, but somebody said that we should try using, what, did I not just have it? I swear I just had it. Oh, there it is. That's because it's behind my cup of coffee and I haven't had the coffee yet. Well, I've had some of the coffee, but I haven't had enough of the coffee. Anyway, a crafter suggested using a silver Sharpie. And I tried it on one of them, and you know, it's not ideal, but it's also not bad. So here's what it looks like now. Let me get it out of the sun. We're going to be battling the sunlight for a little bit here. Got some glasses on, so I see. You know, coming from film and TV, it's like when you're shooting a movie, especially in the low budget world, which is where I've made most of mine, that train is going and it's not stopping for anything. For anyone who saw Cuck, that was supposed to take place in sunny weather. It rained the whole shoot. So, yeah, things that were written one way, you know, when you saw me pull up in the car and pop open the umbrella, we didn't know we were doing that until that day. Director called me and said, do you have an umbrella that might be kind of cute for the character? Because it's raining, and you know, I looked out my window and went, yeah, I can see that it's raining, and yes, I have the perfect thing. So yeah, this is working fairly well. I'm only halfway across, but you can see, get that out of the sunlight. You can see that that covers up that tape fairly well. So I'm going to do this, then I'm going to actually go wash it a little later, not on camera, and wash it with my purple shampoo. But one thing I thought that we would do this morning is, remember when I got my perfect facial? I think we're going to do a facial this morning, and I've got that set up, and then I have to do some repair on my dress. Walk and talk, Monique. I have to do some repair on my dress because I pulled it out today, and I noticed that the hem is falling out, and of course I have no pink thread and no time to go get pink thread, but nobody's going to be peering down close at my hem, so I'm going to tack it real quick with a little bit of dark brown thread, and it's better than nothing. It's better than dragging on the ground. It'll be fine because the show must go on and the train does not stop. It does not change its course. Okay, so that is not ideal, course it's not ideal. I'm using a Sharpie on my hair. It's not ideal, but it's better. You know, that really is going to camouflage that in my hair much better. So that is done, and that is off my list until I wash this. The dress that I'm wearing, I'm not sure you can see me. The dress that I'm wearing is this. And I have to give it a little steam and fluff this up a little bit and do a little repair on the hem. This is vintage, and I have, yes. This is a vintage dress, and I have had it for 25 years, and I break it out and wear it about once every 10 years, or no, 5 years. I think I wear it about once every 5 years. I wore it to, when I was married, my husband's cousin. I wore it to her coming out ball. I wore it to a big formal Christmas party. I wore it for a film. I wore it for a little short film. I wore it, I think that's it. I'm going through, I'm just like scrolling through 25 years, and yeah, I think that's it. Okay, walk and talk. Naturally, my skin decided it was a great day to give me a pimple right in between my eyebrows. And because that wasn't good enough, that pimple had to be at a nice little whitehead this morning. So we had to pop it, and I will probably throughout the day put a patch on it since I won't be doing my makeup for a couple of hours. Thank goodness, because this sun needs to go away if I'm going to do makeup. I've got myself in an awkward angle here. Anyway, My Perfect Facial. They have an instruction manual. It comes with the activator gel. It comes with the elevating powder, measuring cups, a little bowl to mix it in, and a collagen soak, which you apply afterwards. It comes with a little muslin cloth, and my friend Mary in the UK sent me a wonderful cleanser that came with a muslin cloth, and I will tell you that it was amazing cleaning my face with a muslin cloth as opposed to a terry cloth washcloth. What a difference. So excited for that. They give you instructions to mix it up, and then instructions on how to apply it. So let's just get to it. I don't really have a place to do an elegant presentation, as the garbage men are out there. I don't really have a spot to do an elegant presentation and show you perfect slow motion mixing and all of that. So you're just going to have to, like, we're flying by the seat of our pants today. And by pants, I mean pajama bottoms. To use from the first application of My Perfect Facial Mask, there will be noticeable results. But to maximize the effect, it is recommended that the mask should be used 3 times within the first week, twice in the second week, and then once a week thereafter. Note, best results achieved in a relaxed, undisturbed atmosphere in salon or at home. Yeah, that ain't happening. We got stuff to do. Okay, blend 4 milliliters of elevating powder with 6 milliliters of activator gel until a thin paste is achieved. And they do include an application brush. What will I stir it with? I have my little spatula that came with my stainless steel palette, so that will be what I stir it with. Okay, need glasses, Monique. 4 milliliters of elevating powder. I love how the instructions say 4 milliliters and 6 milliliters, and each of the little spoons say 4 grams and 6 grams. Is a gram the same as a milliliter? Yes, I am showing my stupidity. I don't know, but I'm going with the 4 and the 6, and I just think that's kind of funny. You'd think they'd make their handout that they include say the same thing as what they send, but yeah. And it is a powder. 4 of the powder, so I will use the 4. Let's just make sure that's all nice and level. So 4 of the powder. 6 of the activator gel. The activator gel doesn't seem to want to come off the spoon very easily. It's kind of a design flaw, isn't it? Oh, so critical. So there we go. Now I'm going to give it a stir. So you're supposed to stir it into a fine paste and then stroke it on the face. I'm going to give it a quick little stir with the brush because that'll help break it up even a little bit more. Yeah, it stirs even better with the brush. So that helps. Alrighty then. So I'm going to follow their little schematic on how to put it on. Is that even, I'm not even sure that's showing. Let me see. Okay, so 1 is up the throat. Center of the throat, up. That's 1, 2, 3 is the chin. 4 is under the nose. 5 is the nose. 6 is under the eyes. 'Yeah, I know I'm not doing this right because I never do. It just doesn't go on exactly like they show. But I think the gist of it is upward strokes. So, and now the forehead. And now I'm just using it all up and getting it all on my face. Because waste not, want not, right? Now they say to let this sit for 8 minutes. And yeah, 8 minutes or even up to half an hour. So I'm gonna let this sit while I do all my other things that I gotta do. I don't even know what time it is. Okay, so like that. Okay. Gosh, I so don't do things the right way. Here I am sitting on the floor trying to whip stitch a 60-year-old gown with a wrong color thread, and I don't even have my darn glasses on, but my vase is feeling tight. Okay. That is not ideal, but it'll hold for the day, and man, this skin is feeling tight. Ah. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So it seems to work very much like the tight eye, in that it's like you put it on and it shrivels everything up. Oh my god, this is really uncomfortable. Okay, let's, how many more minutes do we have? That's been 10 minutes, and I cannot imagine going for a full 30 with this. Oh my gosh. I mean, if it's got a great result, then awesome, but yikes. I'm gonna steam my dress now. Or rather, I'm gonna turn on these steamers so I can steam my dress and see if Sequel wants to come in, because he's batting at the door. You know what, Sequel? How if I do this? Let me try this. What if I do that? How will that work? Now that I have the cats on 100% wet food, so I'm just feeding them on the counter in the kitchen at feeding time, so they get their feeding time a couple of times a day, not leaving out dry food anymore, so now I can kind of leave the door open for the dog. Oh my gosh, this is like, still a little sticky in places, so I'm gonna keep it on as long as I can. not comfortable. The steamer I got on Amazon for like 25, 28 bucks. It's pure steam. It's pretty good. Okay, we're not going to steam it. As much as this dress needs to be steamed, I'm not going to steam it because I see the silk starting to shred. It is a 60-year-old dress, maybe a little older than that. So I will leave this to the professionals and I'll just wear it as is. You know, it's not perfect, but clearly neither am I. I'm going to go rinse my face and I'll show you the result as soon as I get back. Oh, this is just... I'm sure it has a great effect, but boy is it uncomfortable. I keep having to slide myself over and over further to, yikes. Keep out of that blast of sun. Kind of like barely hanging off the chair. So, do we think it looks better? Sure felt good to get it off. Let me put on the collagen soak. So it seems to work much like the tight eye and tight neck, except it's a thinner process. Mixing it up, it sort of causes a reaction that causes a tightening. And like the tight eye and tight neck, I would imagine that, yeah, using it more often makes a difference. I didn't take a before picture, so I'll just grab a screenshot from the video when I edit this. And we'll compare them side by side and see if we see any difference. Now, I do have a couple of pimples coming up and I want to try to reduce those by the end of the day. I've got a couple of hours before I'm putting on makeup. This and this are kind of small, so I'm going to use a salicylic acid blemish patch. I just get these at CVS. There's one that I really like that I get at Ulta, but I just don't always get in the car and go to Ulta because it's a pain. So I just hobble down to CVS. What's that one? That's a kit. What was that called? I forget. But anyway, I really liked that one. But this works it does the job. I have to buy two separate ones because each type works in a different way. So for a blemish that is coming up, but not really there, hopefully that'll flatten that out. I'll wear that today. This will flatten that out. Those are salicylic acid, and these are hydrocolloid. And these are for when you have a pimple that has a head on it, and you need to sort of drain the fluid. Even if you only get a pimple twice a year, this is worth having around. And I just find it's easier to apply them with tweezers. My look for tonight that I am planning on. Gray is the new blonde. And I have this dress, this ancient dress, that kind of looks a little tiny bit like Marilyn Monroe's dress in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes when she's singing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Now, if I doused myself in diamonds, or in my case, rhinestones, because I don't own a single diamond. Diamonds are not in my budget, and even CZs are a little expensive. I'm not going to cover myself in diamonds because then that would be a little cosplay-ish. But I do kind of like the idea of, yeah, gray is the new blonde. Gentlemen prefer blondes. Why not women with silver hair, which is just really the ultimate blonde? So in my look, I am sort of paying an homage to Marilyn Monroe. I'm going to do my hair just as a soft blowout with a little bit of flip here. I've got to go dip dye that extension piece because that fills in a little bit right here. I'm going to keep my makeup pretty simple tonight. I had really wanted to just focus on glowing skin, but yay, thank you. So, because the dress is so pink and this is a afternoon event, I'm going to keep the makeup dramatic, but pretty clean. I'm going to do a heavier eye, but almost no foundation. I'm going to keep my skin showing as much as possible and just, do a nice sort of 50s inspired eye. False eyelashes, a nude lip. I'm keeping the makeup really, really simple. A number of young women wore that same bright pink at the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes, and looking at them and how they kept their makeup a little toned down with it, I want to do that as well. I have tried doing a matching bright pink lip with it in the past. It looks lovely, but for today, I'm going to do less makeup. This is the theory this morning. We'll see how I feel in a few hours. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I'm going to go get some stuff done and get the cat microchipped and checked. And I love you bunches. Have a great day. I'll talk to you very soon.